Welcome. Please share the broadcast as you join the broadcast. Share the broadcast on your platform. Share to family and friends. Any place you belong, kindly share so that people can join us on this broadcast. Share the broadcast on your group. Share it. Any place you belong, kindly share the broadcast. Share because they are trying to hinder us. They try to stop us from broadcasting, but we cannot stop. We will continue to send the message across. Please share. Share the broadcast on your platforms as you join. Kindly share, please. Like and share before we start. Like and share. Share in all platforms where you belong. Like and share. Like and share.
We are Biafra, nothing more, nothing less. You are welcome to land of rising sun. That is a land that is full of natural resources. Pretend divided us to the colonization. No, we are generous and industrious. Naturally, education is reloaded. Mentally, you can check out my Mbano gakelele, mama papa can go see different things. Because gakelele, anywhere you from, around the world. Mbano gakelele, come and see who we are. Because gakelele, ngemboa, jano gakelele. You are welcome, mama, be the welcome to Biafra, mama, be la. It's a bono you want, mama, be the anywhere you from, around the world, come and see who we are. You are welcome, mama, welcome to Biafra, Biafra, everybody sing you are welcome, quality education, you can be partners. If you're ready for innovation, I can imagine. He has united collected to be better.
Welcome. Share the broadcast and let's go.
Of which you promised not to come to pass, that heaven and earth will cease to exist. You opened your mouth to bless mankind to the coming of Yahweh Yeshua, who came here and said, let your kingdom come on earth as it is in heaven. Those words can never be in vain, because they are anchored upon your holiness and your magnificence. That is why in the end we know that Biafra will come, that these children that we have given birth to all over the world, and their children, and their children, and their children, as long as they give birth to them and they are Biafrans, they will worship you in truth and honesty. Through this very work we are doing, mankind will come to understand you. Let your miracle be wrought in our lives. Let us witness and behold your magnificence, your holiness, your mystery, and your grace under our command. O Lord of hosts, we call upon you. We call upon you to heal. We call upon you to provide succor to those of them who are inconsolable. We ask you to come and strengthen those who are weak. We ask you to restore hope where there is hopelessness. We ask you for inclusion where there is destitution. We ask you for one brotherhood, one camaraderie, one bone, one blood, and one flesh of your children. The Efiks and the Bibios, the Izon, the Shekiri, the Isobos, and also those of them from Isob. We are traveling all the way to the lands of Igala. We are moving on from there to Idoma, to Igede, to the territories of the Igbo land. All these places we dedicate unto thee. All these lands of yours, we ask you to cover it with your mercy. Because Biafra will come, and when it does, we will dance on the streets. I'm telling you, by the time that we are done, humanity will think that we are mad, we are drunk in your glory, and rightfully so, because your kingdom will come to rest upon this very earth. That very kingdom is the unadulterated, non-negotiable sovereignty of the Republic of Biafra, that your will may be fulfilled in our time. All this we pray, all this we ask for, in no other name apart from that name that belongs to you. I had in Sosine Bigebi Wone Bigebi. He said,
Welcome, 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 welcome. Thank you for joining wherever you are joining from across the world. Whichever part of the world you are joining this program from, I appreciate you and I welcome you with my whole heart. And I say happy Sunday to every one of you. I appreciate you as you have made up your time in the weekend when you are supposed to be resting. You still make up your time to join this broadcast. I say may Chukwu Kakabiama continue to guide and protect you. Please, I beg you in the name of Chukwu Kakabiama, as you have joined this broadcast, please go to the like section, click like, give the broadcast a thumbs up. When you give a like, it will invite many people. It will trigger the algorithm to make it invite many people. Please, I have always said it, maybe many people here are coming for the very first time. If you are coming for the very first time, please do subscribe. But if you are in here, don't forget, go to the like section and click like. Give a thumbs up to the video. When you are giving a thumbs up, you are inviting other people to come. It is very important. This is one of the important ways you can be able to support me here. This is the way you can be able to do that radical evangelism by clicking like. Each time you click like, you're inviting one person. We have about 40 people watching. And in these 40 people who are watching in 12 minutes of broadcast, we have only 13 people that just liked. We have only 13 people that have liked. Please, as you are watching, just take a minute, go and click like. As you click like, you are equally inviting other people to join us. It is something that every one of us must do. In this time of radical evangelism, you have a role to play. I have a role to play. Every one of us, when we come together and do what we are supposed to do, let me tell you, the social media cannot stop us. They can't stop us. But when you are not helping the broadcaster to make sure that they remain on top, to make sure that the information goes far, if you're not helping us, it will be very difficult for us to pass this radical message. Remember, in this social media, the message of Biafra is not easy to come across. It is not easy to propagate. When you are propagating it, you get a lot of attack from the social media, from people, from all angles. But when you people are clicking like and sharing to family and friends, sharing to all the platform you belong in, all areas you belong, family and friends, and even our enemy, when you share to them, they have no choice than to listen to us, and also they have no choice than to keep our message going on. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you. Today is Sunday. I say happy Sunday to every Biafran, more especially our Christian brothers who are Biafrans. I am a Christian also, but I always tell you, every Sunday I go to church. After worshiping in the church as a Christian, I am first of all a Biafran before Christianity. I am first of all a Biafran. So I will always come back here to give the sermon for Biafra. The Biafran sermon can never stop. It doesn't matter where I belong. It doesn't matter where I am. It doesn't matter what I do or what I believe. Biafra comes first. That sermon of Biafra comes first before anything. And I want every Biafran to apply the same method. It doesn't matter your religion. We don't have a problem with your religion. Either you are a Christian, you are a Muslim, you are a traditionalist, whatever you are, and you are genuinely a Biafran. We don't have any quarrel with your faith. We don't have a problem with your faith. But what we want you to do is to make sure that you put Biafra as your first religion. Our Supreme Namazen Nandekan have always said it, that Biafra is our religion. It is our religion. If you know the same way you defend your religion, the same way you defend issues of religion, that is the way you have to defend Biafra with all your strength, with all your mind, with all your power. And that is what I do here every Sunday. I don't miss it. On Sunday, I will always come here to read the sermon. After going to church to worship Chukwu Kabiama, I come to worship as a Biafran, and the Biafra sermon must be preached. That is why I'm here today. That is why I'm here today. And on today's sermon, we are going to make sure we call the attention of every Biafran that is watching, any place you are. Please, I urge you to like this program as you're joining. We have about 58 people watching, up to 60 people watching, but only 19 people were able to like. Please click like. Like will not take anything away from you. When you are liking, you are propagating the message. You are making the algorithm to send signal to all that people to come and join us. We have a lot of subscribers today here, more than 12,000 subscribers, but they are not coming on because notification is not being sent to them. If you like, when you are liking and you're sharing, you are making them to get that notification. That is why I always beg you and urge you, please kindly like and share the broadcast so that we can get more people to join us on this very Sunday sermon of Biafra. On today's Sunday sermon of Biafra, we are going to make sure that we put out the real information out there to make sure that the plans and message of the enemy cannot fly anymore. To make sure that the new strategy that the enemy is bringing can never work. Every one of you that is watching this program, any place you're watching from, you know and you can see there is a new strategy to distract you and I. There is a new plan to destroy the agitation. There is a new plan, a new move today to distract us and make us lose our faith and lose our strength on what we are doing. They want to quench the fire, but I tell you, they cannot succeed. They cannot succeed. They will not succeed because of you, because of me, because we are here on daily basis calling the attention of Biafran people, encouraging Biafran people, speaking out and speaking to the world and telling them the true situation of things. That is why they will not succeed. And we will continue to hold on this strength.
Do not relent in whatever you are doing. I tell you, do not relent in whatever you have been doing from 2022 into this 2023. Do not relent in doing that. Instead, increase your force. Increase your force. That is what you are supposed to do. Anything you know you have been doing that have carried you to wage the whole storm in 2022, anything that you know you have been doing that made you to succeed the storm, to succeed the wave, to succeed the earthquake, to succeed all the attack and atrocity that happened in 2022, and here are you in the year of freedom. Begin to continue to hold on to that thing and even increase it. Increase it. Do not reduce your hand anyway. Do not reduce your hand. Whatever you are doing, increase the intensity, increase it times 10. That is the right way to go. I want you to put at the back of your mind as you are watching this program today. Remember, you are watching an autopiloted platform, a platform autopiloted by Chukwu Okikabema himself, under the spokesmanship of Mazi Samuel Eba and on the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That is where we stand on this platform. That is where I stand. We speak the truth and nothing but the truth, consistently pursuing our freedom and nothing more. We don't compromise. We are not asking for presidency. We are not asking for restructure control. We are not asking for any restructuring. We are not asking for anything whatsoever from the zoo. The only thing we are demanding for is self-determination, the freedom of the people. And that is only thing that we need. Nothing more. Nothing more. If anybody is preaching anything apart from this, they are not with us, and they are not for us, and they will never be with us. If anybody is preaching a different message from this, do not listen to them. These people are not with our Supreme Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It doesn't matter if they are wearing the clothes of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It doesn't matter if they are playing the message of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It doesn't matter if they call Mazi Nnamdi Kanu their leader. It doesn't matter if they use the picture of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and paint their platform. As long they are not speaking on this tone, Biafra or nothing, stay away from them. We are not together with them. Anybody that is still today talking about their zoological republic election, anybody that is talking about obedient to the caliphate, anybody that is still propagating that message, obedient to the caliphate, stay away from them. We are not on the same track, and we never ever be. It doesn't matter what they present before them. Some of them will first of all use Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to cajole you. They will tell you they love Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They will tell you they are fighting for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They will tell you they are doing what you are doing. They will tell you they need freedom that you do. They don't need the freedom you need. Don't be deceived. They are not with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Our supreme leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, has only one cause he's pursuing. From the very first day he started with administration, it is Biafra or nothing. And he has never, ever changed it. And on the issue of election, our supreme leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, have spelled it out before now. It is on audio, it is on video, it is on record, on several places, that any Biafran who is talking about election is wasting his time. He laid a course on any Biafra that we talk about election. Our supreme leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, laid a course. But how you are going to know the people who can play those videos? If you want to know the people who are standing against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who are not with him, go to their platform. You will never see them play these videos and audios where Mazi Nnamdi Kanu spoke about 2023 election. Expressly, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu spoke the mind of Biafrans in 2023. That Mazi Nnamdi Kanu made it very clear that we will never, ever be part of the election. He went as far as laying a course to anybody who is going to sell out our birthright for Igbo presidency, for any kind of restructuring, for anything that is called election in 2023. He laid a course. But when you go to the platform of the enemies, those who pretend to be with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu but they are not with him, none of them will play that video. You will never, ever, ever find that video on their platform. They will never, ever play it because of their evil heart. Because of the evil, these are the ways you know the people who are the followers of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. These are the people you know, the people who are choosing the autopiloted IPOB that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu spoke about. That is white and whiter than white. That is consistency personified. That is how you know them. Every autopilot platform are standing firm, speaking out loud and clear that we are not part of the election of the zoo, and that election will not hold. It will not hold. This is not boycott. It will not hold in Biafra land. And we are not only saying it, we are working tirelessly day and night to make sure that it doesn't hold. And I bet you, election will not hold. And when we say it, they are getting the message clear. The message is coming clearer, even though they pretend to ignore us before. But now, they cannot help it. They can't ignore it. That is why you are hearing voices you're hearing today on social media. Go to social media. The social media is on fire. Their conventional media is on fire. Today, they can no longer pretend or keep silent. That is why you see every one of them running out from their shelves and they are shouting, release Mazen Nandekan, release Mazen Nandekan, release Mazen Nandekan. But let me tell you, do not be distracted with that language you are hearing. It is evil. They don't mean well. Do not be distracted. The release of Mazen Nandekano, as I have always said from day one, is in my hand, in your hand. The genuine Biafrans, the release of Mazen Nandekano is in your hand. It's only you and you alone that can make Mazen Nandekano be released, as we are doing today. For past 1 year, getting to 2 years, they kept silent. They thought they can cage us. They thought they can stop us. They thought they can confuse us. They thought they can distract us. But they have seen it clearly that what they are doing is putting more fire to make Biafran come faster. And they have seen that we cannot be deterred. And today, you see them pretending, shouting, including coming out to demand, some of them, as clueless as they are, they come and say, give me Mazen Nandekano, I will keep him. You are mad. You are mad. You are talking about the supreme leader of IPOB. You want them to give in to you to keep who? Keep who? I don't know what this will take. I don't know what this will take us for. I don't know how they see this Biafran struggle. I don't know how to see it. You see some of them come and say, I will write shorty. I am going to stand shorty for him. Give him to me. I will keep it. Stand shorty for who? Give you who to keep? Give you the leader of 70 million people to keep. Are you mad? Are you insane? Are you insane? That is why I tell you, when you listen to their tone and in what they're saying, when you listen to their tone, you will see the undertone of the evil in their heart. You will see the undertone of the evil in their heart. These are the same people who are making sure that Mazen Nandekano will never be released because of their selfish ambition of the Igbo presidency. Because of their evil agenda. And they have seen it clear that in this era that we are, the Biafrans of today, the Biafrans autopiloted by Chukwu Abiyama, they cannot listen to any idiot anywhere. They can't listen to any idiot anywhere. The only person that we can listen to is our supreme leader, Mazen Nandekan. And in listening to him, it must be from his own comfort zone, a place where to ask questions. It is only when Mazen Nandekano is in such a comfort zone that you can begin to talk. You can begin to think of maybe listening. Anything short of that is a waste of time. And I want every Biafran to put at the back of your mind, do not forget, we have warned before this time around, through our spokesperson, Mazen Simon Ekpa. The warning has come before now that a time will come when they will release Mazen Nandekano and it will be too late. We can't listen to them anymore. We warned that a time will come when they will choose to release Mazen Nandekano in order to deceive Biafran people. But that deception, we have seen it coming for a very long time. And I tell you, they will not succeed. They will not succeed. We know the road they are playing. This same Soludo that is coming out to ask for the freedom of this same Soludo that shamelessly come to say, give me Mazen Nandekano, I will keep him. This is a man who with so much confessed and said, do not play with the intelligence of these Biafran boys. Do not play with the intelligence of these Biafran agitators. You think you can hold them. You think you can use them to go and negotiate your way in Abuja. They are not fools. They are not fools. This same Soludo who is today superheading the blackmail, superheading the attack, superheading the deception of the Biafran people, have said it with his own mouth that a time will come when the Biafran people will no longer buy into that confusion. We no longer buy into the deception of the politicians. That politicians think that they can use the Biafran agitation to go and buy influence and favor in Abuja. That a time will come. The agitators will no longer listen to them. They will categorize every single one of them as a saboteur, and they will get it hot. That time, here we are. We are in that very time that idiot spoke about. It is unfortunate that the same thing he spoke about, it is happening before his own very eyes. The same thing he talked about is happening before his own very eyes, and he is the one on the negative side. Instead of being on the positive side, today, that same man is on the negative side. And I bet you, Soludo is the greatest saboteur we can see today when it comes to the Biafra land and the struggle of Biafra. Soludo is the greatest sellout you can see when it comes to presidential. When you read his record, the way he came up to this state that he is now, become a governor, and still pursuing to be a president, this man is the greatest enemy of the Biafran people. The greatest criminal and greatest confucianist you can think about. One of the greatest saboteurs we must be aware of, and he must be getting rid of. We must definitely get rid of him. And in this 2023, we are going to delegitimize every single politician in Biafra land, every one of them that is involved in the criminality, every one of them that is involved in this evil. We are going to make sure that they go down. It is not maybe. Every single one of them will go down. And they can see the handwriting on the wall. They can see it. That is why they have taken to the media. Today you see them shouting, release Mazen Nandekano, give him to me, give him. Who the hell do you think you are that Mazen Nandekano will be given to you? You can't hold Mazen Nandekano and he will not be given to you. What we are demanding for is the unconditional release of Mazen Nandekano, which we have already achieved in their court. The court have pronounced freedom for Mazen Nandekano, discharge. In several courts, not in one court. About 3 courts said, let Mazen Nandekano go. So you coming now to tell us, release Mazen Nandekano, give it to me. You are mad. You are mad. Thinking that you want to use Mazen Nandekano for your own influence. Thinking that you want to buy the heart of Biafrans with call for Mazen Nandekano after killing Biafrans. After taking the life of innocent men. Do you know how many people that Soludo have wasted their life in Anambra State? Do you know how many people Jews of Carlo have wasted their life in Abia State? Do you know how many people Hope Uzodinma have wasted their life in Imo State? And all of a sudden, every of these idiots is coming out to add their voice on the release of Mazen, thinking that will wipe away the sin. Your sin can never be forgiven. Only Chukwu Okike himself will decide what happens to you. And I tell you, by the special grace of Chukwu Okike, we will send you to God for you to go there and give the account of your stewardship. We are going to send every single politician that contributed to the kingdom of Mazen Nandekano, every one of them who got involved, who have been planning to hold us down, who have taken the life of innocent Biafrans, who have made sure that the innocent will not succeed, the innocent will have peace. Every single one of them will be sent to God to go there and give the account of their stewardship. It is not in our hand to forgive you. It is not in our hand to wipe away your sin. Only Chukwu Okike will decide your fate. Whatever call you are making today for the raise of Mazen Nandekano is totally irrelevant to us Biafrans. Absolutely irrelevant. Very irrelevant. We told you. Initially, when we were talking, we told you, and you took it for a joke. You took it for a joke. But today, it is becoming clear. And our spokesperson, Master Simon Ekpa, made it clear that in 2023, the remaining fools who to pay attention, the remaining fools who have failed to key in into the time that we're in, the remaining fools are pretending not to know the fact. In 2023, every one of them is definitely going to come on board. And when our spokesperson tell you that every politician, every of these obedient people, everybody in Biafra land, they are all members of IPOB, some of you doubt. Every one of them is indigenous people of Biafra. But some of those idiots, because of their stomach, because of what they eat, because of the corruption that the Zoological Republic have planted in their heart, they are scared of the no. So will bring. And because they are scared, they are bent on supporting evil against themselves. My fellow Biafrans, please, if you have not liked this program, click like. If you have not liked this program, I beg you in the name of Chukwu Okike, click like and share this program so that we can be able to stand the attack that is coming. Click like and share so that we can be able to resist the the obstruction that we are getting. And I beg you, each time they kick you out, each time you see a disruption and they kick you out, please be patient. Hang on, be patient. I'm going nowhere until I pass my messages. Be patient. We are going to be getting the distraction. Attack will be coming from all corners, all angles, trying to stop us. But I beg you, in the name of Chukwu Kabiam, when you see those attacks, I beg you, be patient. Just exercise patience. It's going to key back, and I will be here with you. Like and share. Click like and share. It's very important. That is one of the ways we overcome all this attack that is coming. One of the major ways we overcome it is by you liking and share. When you like and share, the algorithm will have no choice than to favor us. So, my brothers and sisters, we must pay attention to this last deception. We are at the last minute. We are entering Biafra. 40-something days to go. Just a step into Biafra. 40-something days to go. We are going to enter into Biafra in joy, in strength, in a very strong energy. And let me tell you, no man born of a woman is going to stop our movement into Biafra. If you are autopiloted, you should be happy for being part of this movement. If you are autopiloted, you should be proud of yourself and give yourself an applause. Applaud yourself as every given minute because you have done a great job. If anybody tells you that IPOB autopiloted under the spokesmanship of Master Simon never has not achieved anything, that person is either lying to himself, or he or she is not living in this planet. We have made great achievement. Today, it has become very clear before the whole world that the kidnap of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu to stop Biafra agitation has failed. It has failed woefully. It has become clear to the politicians that the kidnap of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu to conduct their 2023 general election have failed. Very clear. It has become clear to the zoo that the money they spent to kidnap Mazen Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya and commit international crime has become a waste. Very clear. And I tell you, they are getting the message raw. So, if you are part of the autopiloted IPOB, you are one of those that made this possible. You should be proud of yourself. Those of you in autopilot, you should be proud of yourself. You made that possible. It was because of you that it was possible. It is because of you that our Supreme Mazen Nnamdi Kanu today still remains very, very influential and the only man that can be spoken about in the whole of Biafra land. It is because of you and I that even the politicians, the governors today are confessing that it's only Mazen Nnamdi Kanu that holds the key to the success of Biafra land. All this while they have been pretending. They started from calling him Miscreant. He's the leader of Miscreant. They called him a boy. They called him a boy. They called him a miscreant. They said it doesn't matter. We are nobody. Just like they called our spokesperson, Master Simon Ekpa, inexperienced. That same inexperienced man today have put every one of them on standstill. That man, they will not succeed. They can keep trying, keep obstructing and distracting the brokers. With any little opportunity or any little chance I have, I will always say what I have to say. And I thank Chukwu Kabiam that the Biafran people are getting the message. We have a lot of media warriors out there. Our spokesman, Mazi Simon Ekpa, is still there, passing the message and information and it's going across. So their disruption and obstruction cannot stop anything. It can't change anything. The message has been preached, and I believe Biafrans are hearing me very loud and clear. Whatever game that the British want to play in Nigeria is not going to work. Whatever game they play, it's over. The game is game over. It's game over. Every strategy they put in place is dead on arrival. None of those strategies is going to work. Whatever strategy they are putting in place against Biafran people, against our freedom, it cannot work. It doesn't matter how they try. Let them keep trying. If they like, let them shut down all the social medias and say that we will not be able to broadcast again on social media. The message will be gone. Biafrans will be speaking in their heart. Just as we are connecting to Mazen Nnamdi Kanu today, even when Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is not speaking to us, even while they are holding him in the DSS, we can still communicate with him in our heart. We can still hear his voice every day. So if they think they can be able to stop us, you can't stop a moving train. Biafran spirit have possessed every genuine Biafran, except for those who are not genuine. Any man or woman that is genuinely seeking for freedom, today, they are all captivated by the spirit of Biafra. And there's nothing you can do about it. There's no amount of attack, no amount of deception or destruction can stop it. You can't. You can only try, but I tell you, the more you try to stop the agitation, the more you are unleashing more strength. The more you are attacking us, the more you are giving us more reason to fight more. The more you continue to hinder us from broadcasting, the more you give us reason to make sure we come online more often to speak to Biafran people. So no amount of attack will stop us from fighting for Biafra, let alone now that we are getting closer. Now that we are counting few days, 40-something days to go. And you think by somehow that you're going to make us stop saying what we are saying or stop doing what we are doing or go to sleep. No Biafran is going to sleep. No member of autopilot is going to sleep. We are awake, very much awake, and will be awake until Biafra comes. We know that the enemy comes to kill, to steal, and to destroy. And we cannot lose our guard at any point in time. Not in the daytime, not in the night time. Not when we are sleeping, not when we are awake. No. We can't lose our guard. Our focus is on our freedom. No amount of destruction or obstruction can make us stop saying what we are saying. No amount of deception, no amount of criminality, no amount of offer will change our request. That one and single request that our Supreme Amazon Nandekan is making, Biafra or nothing. We will continue to make that demand until Biafra comes. Let them continue their effort, put all the effort they have to make sure they stop us. But I bet you, for the fact that we already can see the light at the end of the tunnel, every Biafran, we can see the light at the end of the tunnel already. You can't disrupt us. You can't stop us. You are wasting your time. You can't stop us. We can see the light at the end of the tunnel. And for the fact that we can see that light, no amount of attack will make us withdraw. Instead, it will make us stronger. It will bundle us the more. Everything we see today, every of your destruction, your obstruction, your attack, your plans, your blackmail, is making us stronger. You are equally giving us a reason to fight harder. And I bet you, every Biafran child, every Biafran mother, every Biafran woman, every Biafran man, we are all ready to die for what we believe in. We are ready to defend our land with the last drop of our blood. We are ready, much more ready than ever. This is not 1967. I can tell you that in 1967 you were taken unawares. In 1967, we were not prepared for it. We were taken unawares. And our eternal leader, Odomego Ojukwu, said it. That our soldiers were fighting more or less reluctantly because they were not prepared for it. It was a child of necessity that then. It was necessary that they should have to defend themselves. And they used the resources they have available around them and defended themselves for good 3 years till they said no victor, no vanquish. But I bet you in 2023 we are much more prepared than they can know. What they don't know is bigger than them. It's a phrase that our spokesman, Master Simon Ekpa, used to say at the time, but people take it as a joke. But as time goes on, you begin to see that actually what you don't know is bigger than you. Only when we begin to go forward, you begin to realize that yes, you have been fighting the wrong people all this while. Wait. Just wait. Just wait. The time is approaching very, very fast. Time is approaching. And we cannot leave any stone unturned. Our spokesperson, Master Simon Ekpa, has spoken on different times. He has put a lot of things in place. If you think that the countdown is just a wishful thinking, if you think that the coming of Biafra is just a wishful thinking, it is not. It's going to shock you. What you are going to see in coming days will shock you. The zoo then said that we realize that they'll be fighting the wrong fight all this while. Imagine Nande kind of used the same phrase when he said that the ESN is just the security outfit to protect the Biafra land. That when the Biafran army you unleashed, the whole world will hear and they will know. And once we declare Biafra, our borders and territory will be defended. They are getting the message. And they know very well that we are not joking. And I thank Chukwu Kamara today, other ethnic groups are rising up. Our Odudua brothers, they are preparing heavily also. Our Odudua brothers are preparing because they know that freedom is coming. They know that that time has come when every region will be on their own. The Odudua people are preparing heavily. Every other ethnic group, you should ask your own people, what are they doing? And key in. Because the disintegration of Nigeria is a task that must be done. And the Biafran people will lead that charge. It doesn't matter whether other people come on board or not. We are leading that charge. But why we are now spreading out and letting people know is because you have to prepare yourself. Take the opportunity. Seize the opportunity that you will see. The Biafran people will create that opportunity, as we have always done. Any place you see a Biafran will make a difference. We go to places we make difference. We go to places we make it fertile. We go to a dry land, we make it fertile. And today, we are bound to transform that zoological public to make people progressive in their zone. As the Biafrans are leading that charge, no man born of a woman can stop it because it's a mandate. Not just given by us, mandate given by Chukwu Okike Abiama. We are only carrying that mandate, following the template given to us. Chukwu Okike Abiama gave Mazen Nankan that template on how to get Biafra. That is why Mazen Nankan in one of his messages said that if you fight for Biafra the way other people fight for their nation, you cannot get it. What does that imply? That implies that there is a template to fight for Biafra. Chukwu Okike Abiama handed it over to Mazen Nankan, and Mazen Nankan has been holding it firm until they kidnapped him. Before then, he transferred it to Mazi Simon Ekpa. And today, Mazi Simon Ekpa is singing the same song. That you cannot fight for Biafra the way people fight for other nations and get it. Because Biafra is divine. Country of the Lord. We are Chukwu Okike Abiama worship God in truth and in spirit. Our ways are different. The ways of Chukwu Okike Abiama is different, and he gave us that way to follow. And here are we, pursuing and following that way. That is why we have our confidence that Biafra will definitely come. We are not counting our faith, our faith or our strength on what we see. No. We are not counting our faith or strength on what we see. And what we see cannot frighten us. You can't threaten us with your Tucano jet or whatever bombers you have, whatever. You can't threaten us with your mercenaries from Burundi. For the fact that you made that move to go to Burundi to take mercenaries, it shows that you are defeated already. You are defeated. This is a country that boasts of having the most populated African nation, black African nation. They talk about it and they boast about it, they clap about it, and when they speak about it, they expect you to applaud them. The most populated African nation, and yet you are going to borrow missionaries to fight for you. That speaks volume. It speaks volume. You don't know what is coming. You haven't seen nothing yet, and you are going for missionaries. Wait. Wait until we make that secret war open. Then you will confess. And it's so interesting that the whole world kept silent. The whole world are watching. Nobody is asking question. Why is Nigeria going to Burundi to bring 10,000 soldiers into their country, into a territory where people are demanding only for their freedom? Boko Haram have been invading the north. The terrorists have literally taken over the north, and yet government of Nigeria did not get missionaries to fight for them over there. Government of Nigeria do not get missionaries to take over their land that have been taken over from them by the terrorists in the north. Many lands in the north are in the hand of terrorists as you speak. Confirmed, confessed by their governors. There are videos to that effect. Most of you who are on the social media who are very current, you must have seen videos that confirm that the northern part of Nigeria is literally in the hand of the terrorists. And yet, these people never went for mercenaries to help them to fight. But today, they are going to bring mercenaries because of the Biafran people. They must have seen something. They must have known that we are not for joke. And because they know we are not for joke, they took that step. But I tell you, they can't stop us. They have just made the wrong move. It is very clear and open. Let the world watch. But I promise everybody in Burundi, the Burundi government that have sent their soldiers to Nigeria, I promise them, none of them will return the same. None of them will return. And anyone that succeeds in coming back will never return alive or return the same. You're going to be shocked. You are coming to fight the army of Chukwu Kabiam. We are fighting a just cause. We are not rebels. We are not. We are freedom fighters, fighting to defend our life, fighting to defend our land, fighting to keep that which is ours. We are not fighting to steal or take anything from anybody. The Biafran fight, the Biafran struggle, the Biafran effort is not to steal or take anything from anybody. What we are fighting for is our nation. We are fighting for our life. Our situation in the zoo is a matter of life and death. And the whole world sees it and they know it. Every single thing we say in autopiloted IPOB, it is not a made-up. We are not saying it for you to have pity on us. We are not trying to blackmail anybody. These are facts. We have evidence on the dehumanization, the genocide that is happening in Biafra land. We have evidence on videos, on audios. We have written by letters. We have made applications. Nobody seems to be paying attention anywhere. Everybody pretends all is well. People pretend they're not hearing us, but I tell you, it can never ever be business as usual anymore. It can never. Today, every move we are taking, it is to answer the more on a back over the Fiji area. Come on, Noka or Hanunia. More cocoa, ne bakwa, Abrona Fiji area. Come on, Noka or Anina. That the chicken is crying when a hawk carries the chicken will be shouting and crying, not because the hawk will leave that chicken, but he's crying so that the whole world will hear his voice. That is our situation today. When you see us come online to talk and shout, some call us noisemaker. But our spokesperson, Master America, has given us that instruction that this is the time to make that noise. We will continue to make that noise until we get into Biafra. They call us noisemaker. They call us troublemaker. They give us different titles. Does it matter? It doesn't matter to us. We are focused in the pursuit of freedom. What matters is, are we fighting a just cause? Of course we are fighting a just cause, which they themselves know. Self-defense, it is a crime. It is not a crime. Self-defense is not a crime. The whole world supports self-defense. African law supports it. Nigerian law itself supports it. Even people in that zoological republic have called for it. Their Minister of Defense on video have called for self-defense, asking people to defend themselves. But when the Biafran people rose up to defend themselves, they unleashed their Boko Haram terrorists in uniform against the Biafran people. Because we want to protect ourselves. They want to use us to cement their evil agenda. They want to use us to legitimize their evil in that zone. But time has gone. I tell you, if these people knew what they know now about the kingdom of Mazen Nanikan, they would have not made the attempt. If these people, if they knew that what is happening today will happen, they would have never, ever kidnapped Mazen Nanikan. That is why I tell everybody that is watching, all things worketh for good to them that love Chukwu Kabiam. Everything you see happening today in this struggle is working for our own good. Every single thing that happens in this struggle is working for our good, and we continue to work for our good. Do not get worried, do not disrupt. Including the things that the betrayal, they are all happening for our own good. Chukwu Kabiam made it in that form. Chukwu Kabiam have made it in that way that it will happen, and there is nothing you can do about it. Have you ever asked yourself, you know, those of us who are Christians, have you asked yourself, if Christ was not betrayed, if he was not betrayed, crucified, and he resurrected, what will be your fate? Will there be anything called Christianity today? Will there be anything called Christianity? If Christ was not betrayed by Judas, if there were nobody like Judas to betray Christ, to betray him, sell him out, he was crucified, and later he resurrected, and salvation came to Christians, as we believe, those of us who are Christians believe. Do you think the salvation will come if Christ will not betray? When Judas was doing that, Judas had a different intention. His intention was to sell Christ, collect the money. He didn't see the end of it. What Judas was after is that money. He was targeting the money because of his love for money. I can bet you that some people who were involved in selling of Mazen Nandekano had a different thing in mind. They have different things in mind. Some of them, their own plan was when they sell out Mazen Nandekano, the grass will be green for them. The road will open for them. And then they will not have any opposition anymore. And then they will be Nandekano as a hindrance. They saw Mazen Nandekano as a hindrance because they have taken IPOB as a business. In their own mind, they were thinking that when Mazen Nandekano gives way, then there will be space for them to do anything they want to do. They will become lords and kings. That was why after they kidnapped Mazen Nandekano, instead of winning the soul of the Biafran, they began to promote themselves individually. So whatever you are seeing today as an attack will always come. Don't get distracted. The message is very clear and we have passed the message. I appreciate every Biafran that have been patient in this very message today. I appreciate every Biafran that have paid attention to this sermon today, the sermon of today. I believe that this sermon have sunk into our hearts. Please share the broadcast to other people to get the informations. In this radical movement, we must have to continue. No matter the attack you see from east, south, no matter how they try to hinder us and try to stop us, we will not be distracted. They are trying to discourage me from my broadcast. I can't be discouraged. My joy is that I have spoken to my fellow brothers and sisters and dear friends, and they have heard me. I have done my own part. The little ones remaining is Chukwukabian have to breathe into that word and make it go as far as he himself wants, not as far as I want. Thank God we have said a lot already. So we are going to stop here. Tomorrow we will continue again. Maybe we're going to change the time to see if we can be able to beat this very disruption. Thank you so much for being there with me. May Chukwukabian guide and protect every one of you that have paid attention up to this time. May Chukwukabian guide and protect every one of you that is watching from any angle, from any part of the world. Thank you so much for being there and stay blessed. See you tomorrow.